We are back a couple days later, almost it feels, but it's almost the same day because we just keep recording podcasts. And because we're on camera, we haven't changed our outfits. So we got to say it's the same day with true disclosure. But the Attorney General of the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, sorry, a Jersey guy saying state of, it's Commonwealth.
Yes.
Sorry.
You've been in Virginia long enough.
I know, and I lived in Pennsylvania, Commonwealth, and then Nashville. Commonwealth, so Tennessee. I've lived in three of them.
There you go.
New Jersey's not a Commonwealth. It's not coming in anything. But anyway, we're going to talk with the Attorney General, Jason Miyares, and it's not a political show. This is only talking to the business community and consumers about protection. And I can't say anything more than the boss himself, the general himself in our office. So why don't you just talk to us for a couple minutes about the business ethics and the consumer protection?
Well, I mean, listen, we say in the Attorney General's office is the people's protector and try to protect you from violent crime, but also good to try to protect you from bad corporate actors. And, we previously talked about some of the work my office did on the opioid manufacturers. Mm-hmm. That is something that we have a very robust consumer protection section. My experience is most businesses want to grow, thrive, and do the right thing because it's also good dollars and cents.
98%, I'd say, if not 99.
Because it's good dollars and cents to take care of your customers. But again, when you have sometimes just misinformation, or as I've said, 90% of life's problems are poor miscommunication. One thing we've seen is a lot of business owners, particularly small business owners, aren't necessarily aware of what's happened. So one thing we set up in the AG's office is a dispute resolution unit. And the idea is rather than a customer have to hire a lawyer and go to small claims court, and rather have to force the business to hire a lawyer to represent them, because I know this may shock you, Barry, but lawyers are expensive. By us having a dispute resolution unit, it's us able to contact the business to say, listen, you have a customer that's reached out to the Attorney General's office with a complaint. Do you have an interest in trying to get this resolved? Not through the courts, but essentially we almost work as a non-binding mediator, right? That we have a conversation with a customer and with them. We're incredibly proud of just the amount of legal fees that have been paid by both business owners and by the Virginia citizens. I think it was over 4,000 have been resolved. And it could be a contractor. It could be a car that was from a used car that was a lemon. But we found overwhelmingly that the employers want to try to do the right thing. They sometimes weren't aware of what had happened, right, and they want to take care of the customer. And so we've seen it as a real benefit for both. They're able to get it resolved quickly. The customer's happy. The business owner is happy that we've been able to get this resolved in resolution. So we're proud of that work. And I know that's big for the Better Business Bureau. You all really are, in many ways, trying to make sure that businesses somewhat self-police themselves, but also communicate with the public when they're bad actors. And I think that's critically important because I'm a free market guy, and that makes the free market actually work better because consumers are making the choice saying, well, I have a choice between these two entities. I know one has a bad rating with the Better Business Bureau, and this other one has a good one. I'm going to go with the one that I know is going to take care of me. And so it makes the free market work better. The other person's either going to reform themselves and get straight, or they're going to go out of business, right? And so I think that's why the free markets work when you can also police out and hold accountable out the bad actors. And we both do it. AG's office and Better Business Bureau do it in our own unique ways.
Correct. You have authority. We don't. And so I try to make that clear. So we're the offense. You're the defense. You're the place. If there was really harm done, it's legal. We have no authority. And I don't think the consumer completely understands that. And that's our fault as the BBB since 1912, try to portray ourselves that we weren't. So I come in from the for-profit world and say, wait a minute, we've got to disconnect with what consumers believe and what our staff believes we could do around the country and in Canada and Mexico. So it is about getting information up front and knowing the right decision ahead. Looking at BBB Scam Tracker, we have a great resolution rate, and it's all about communication. It's just reading this piece of mail. And what I will say to you, where these business owners, They don't mean to. They got their whole life on the line. They're the owner, and now they've arrived, they believe, and they've got everything right on it. They got every mortgage payment. They got to make payroll, insurance, goodwill. They've got everything riding on it, and they then put in place a gatekeeper, somebody you can never get to the owner anymore because the owner's now playing golf for he's the owner or she's the owner. Biggest mistake I can say. I've never, in 63 and 40 years of working plus, I've never had a secretary. I've never had an admin. In the way that they shield me from things, I take every call on my own. I follow that grenade quickly. I resolve it. And so I never had problems in the car business. Never went to court, never went in front of you at the AG's office. So something to be said about that, doing business the right way. Anything else you want the business owners to know about?
Well, I love to tell people that work for me, bad news doesn't get better with age. So probably business owners need to make sure they as well, people who work for them know there's a customer that has an issue. Just make the boss aware.
If I can only put that as a tattoo on my forehead, because I was taught that back in '99 when I moved to Richmond and told by the owners that I work with that exact verbiage. So thank you very much. The Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Jason Miyares, just helping our marketplace trade in safe ways. Thank you.
Thank you.